we ever have, because we didn't have to wait for permission to put up wooden boards to hold the additional water. We're actually maintaining at 2 feet below our full capacity so that we have some storm surge. We are, with any declared emergency, willing to consider conserving throughout the year so that we have some available drinking water to other agencies. I do think we need to lobby water rights to allow, if we ever build our off-stream reservoir, we'll also have additional capacity to help other agencies, I think, in partnership, get over some of the time lag to get like Boy Scout Lake online and some of the other facilities that we need within the county to provide water to the many people who will go dry in a severe drought like we're facing under climate change conditions. And we do have to really take this all seriously. So thank you for all your efforts, and I also compliment you on hiring Hanson Engineers as your advisors on this. They're a great firm. We found them to be very well versed in the state regulatory process to get these kind of projects accomplished.
Thank you, Tony. And I want to take this time to thank the Brook Trails board and everybody. You know, to take that water project from basically concept to completion within around 2 years is really remarkable. So,
and the addition,
probably unheard of in this state to take a water project from concept to online in 2 years.
We started our water planning in the mid-'80s, so and we're still in about the 24th year of our water rights application, but we're right there. We're right about ready, and we did also accomplish the seismic upgrade of our dam facility, which will be required in the relicensing of the dams throughout the state and throughout Mendocino County. So that is an opportunity for us to do the kind of capacity increases on existing dams as we also accomplish seismic upgrade programs.
Thank you. Any other members of the public want to speak?
John Graff, representing the Employers Council of Mendocino County, which represents about 200 employers and about 3,500 employees. I would like the Board of Supervisors to pay close attention to the 1977 number that Roland gave, because that's a very important number. We're saying that we may not be in an emergency situation, but if we take that 1977 date and we go forward until September, that wasn't a real good year. We didn't have any water. So if we continue in the same path we're on right now, 10,000 acre-feet less, we won't have any water. And, you know, studying this water situation for about 3 years now, the Board of Supervisors and the County of Mendocino really need to step up and solve the problem. It's not as big a problem as everybody's making it, in the fact that there's 50 solutions of this problem that people have paid for in the last 50 years. There's binders that I could fill up this table. I could fill up every one of your, in front of you, with binders this high on studies and projects that have been paid for, and some of them are construction ready for off-stream storage. But when you really pull yourself out of the situation and you put yourself up here and you look back in the water situation in our county, the reason why it has not been solved is politics, because the water runs through this valley every year. And there's all these studies and books that will show you off-stream solutions for water, but we haven't come together to do it. And if you look at the different elements, you know, and I'm not going to say what their political points are, but if you look at the different water entities that have a political pull one way or the other, that is why the water solution in our valley is not being resolved. And there is a simple solution for it, and I don't want you to think that we're still not in a water crisis, because we are. Thank you.
Any other members of the public want to speak? Okay. With that, thank you, Roland. We'll just accept the report. It takes no action from this board. Oh, sure. State your name for the record, please.
Ava Peterson, live in Redwood Valley. And I have mailed you a letter of my concern about the Navy planning to have weapons testing throughout Washington, Oregon, Idaho, California, down past Mendocino County, and out to the ocean about 200 miles or so. I feel that this is a very serious situation, and they had public hearings only in one area that I know of, and that was in Eureka. Now, if the board decides not to protest this, they will accept this as your approving such measures. And I have sent a letter to you, and I also have some copies of a map which my daughter will come and speak to you about, showing what their designation of this horror situation could mean. Now, where that involves Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and California, I feel is a pretty serious situation. And I would welcome you to protest this to the Navy. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other members of the public want to speak?
Hi, I'm Rosalind Peterson, and I know this is off topic to the water issue, but I would like to say that I have provided the Board of Supervisors with several off-water storage areas where we could actually build a dam in Mendocino County and store water that could be released into Lake Mendocino. The proposal is available at the Russian River Flood Control District, and it's also available at the, and I have extra copies of it, but this proposal was to take and actually build a dam, combine all the funding in Mendocino County from all the agencies, water agencies in Mendocino County, to actually build the dam. The dam site that was recommended at one point, and some of the studies have already been completed and are at the Russian River Flood Control District for this project just a little north of us. That project would hold up from 12 to 18,000 feet of water if completed, and there's a natural canyon that could be dammed. So I wanted to make this recommendation that this report is available. Some of the studies were done by Gary Ackerstrom and his company with regard to the engineering for this, and some other earthquake and other studies were done. So one of the things that we have to do in the future to alleviate our water situation is actually pool our resources and build our own reservoir. And in a place where we cannot have small reservoirs all over the place, but one large one, in order to run water into Lake Mendocino that can be wheeled to other areas. And this site is an appropriate site for that. So I wasn't planning to talk on that issue. I do want to bring your attention to the map that's on the second page of the letter that I just handed to you. And if you will note, there's a small box in the corner with an arrow pointing at it. And that is the extent map of the warning area and the full area of the Navy testing program. So I'm going to just make the public comment here that this is a warfare testing programs. They will be using depleted uranium. They will be using red and white phosphorus, a whole host of other testing. And this is warfare testing for future and current warfare plans and usage. The explosions along the Mendocino coast could trigger earthquakes, and I hope that you will address this issue. I'm sorry that we're out of order, but I apologize, and thank you very much.